back to Between the Ribs with Jonathan Morris on Florida Man Radio.
I don't know if this is a... Okay, so I guess it's a real story because it's out from ABC. But it doesn't give a whole lot of details, and it's all random phone calls that were left at police precincts, and every one of them were Democratic-only people, no Republicans.
I don't think I know this story.
So Democratic members of Congress got bomb threats on Thanksgiving, disrupting their Thanksgiving dinners at their house with their families.
So rude.
If this story is true, let me just say, I don't care how strongly you feel about the crazy left, right? That's not the time or the place. And I mean, terrorism is terrorism no matter what. So even if you think like, man, they ought to pay and they ought to this, you don't put bombs in people's houses, right?
No.
With their families on Thanksgiving. Like, that just makes us look bad. And they haven't arrested anybody. They're doing an investigation. But Joe Courtney, Johanna Hayes, Jim Himes, John Larson, that's 4 of them. And I think there was one more. All said that their homes were targeted on Thursday by right-wing conspiracy theories people in an attempt to disrupt their Thanksgiving with their family. Thank you for the swift response from United States. This is on Thanksgiving. This many agencies got tied up. United States Capitol Police, Greenwich Police Department, Stanford Police Department, State Police Department, and Department of Homeland Security. 5 different agencies all had to go out and sweep the residents and check for bombs.
And so this would have been like completely all over the country, right? Where were these people living? They weren't all living in D.C., right?
From the looks of it, it was all people, I guess all their homes were in D.C. Yeah, it says Capitol Police and the Sergeant of Arms were notified. They called the Wolcott Police Department. The state police responded. No bombs were discovered at any of the houses. Local outlets in Connecticut. Yeah, I guess in Connecticut, too.
I wonder if it was really right-wing people or crazy left people trying to make things look like it came from the right side. Because I've seen that happen now on both sides.
Yes, it has. I mean, there's been case after case of where when they finally get to the end of the investigation, it was a liberal or a crazy left, crazy nut job that did it, claiming it was a right-wing Republican just to create and stir up hate because, like, oh, man, like, they're not doing anything bad, so people aren't hating them like they used to hate them. We got to try to make them get hated, so we're going to create something and say they did it, and they'll never know that it was us. And that's just terrible. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is a real story. Like, were there real bombs? Were there ever bombs? Was there an intent to do any bombing? Or did somebody just pick up the phone, miserable SOB? That's what you are.
Yeah, trying to ruin the day of other people. That's just mean.
It doesn't matter. Democrat, Republican, Independent. It don't matter what it is. On Thanksgiving, you're a miserable SOB if you picked up the phone and called in fake bomb threats.
But any other day of the year. No, I'm kidding. That's wrong and rude, and you're disrupting lots of people's lives. Don't do it.
Yeah, what Heather said. Have you ever been that petty in your life? Like, have you ever made up something about somebody else? If you don't want to respond, you don't have to. Have you ever been so petty and you hated somebody so much and you know there's nothing you can do to get them? You made something up about them just to, like, knowing that it had no facts, no truth.
No.
Like, I can't fathom that lifestyle. I've never done that. If I've had a problem with you, I'm just going to right in the mouth. We're going to talk about it. I'm not going to tell so-and-so about so-and-so about so-and-so. And the few times, and there are times I've done this, the few times I've talked about somebody, the person I'm talking to, I tell them, I think me and you've had this conversation before, what I just told you, I've already told them. So I'm not talking behind their back. They already know how I feel. I've already told this to them. So feel free to talk and tell people because this is not like me talking behind their back. They know how I feel about them. Right? I don't know how people get down like that. It's got to be a miserable way to live.
It's a lot of extra effort to make somebody else's life hard. No, just don't. Ugh.
Think about
who's got that kind of time.
Apparently miserable sons of bitches. Think about, all right, so you're at your house, your family, nothing's on your radar, you're having a great time, you get a knock on the door, hey, sorry to interrupt your party, but we just got a threat that there may be a bomb here, we need to sweep the premises. So you're disrupted. You're in dismay a little bit. They go through. They check everything. You finally come every day and like, hey, no bombs. Everything's good. It was a false alarm. But the person who did it, think about the time, the planning, the play out, everything. And I guess what I'm saying is like wasted time of your life. The amount of time that they put into that fake bomb threat, right? To inconvenience you for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then after it's over, they're still sitting there. Oh, I wonder how bad I got them. I wonder if they're still scared. I wonder
Or
if their
they're also
turkey got
wondering
cold.
if they covered their tracks enough so that other people don't suspect it's them.
Right. I just think it's asinine. I think it's stupid. I think,
So much extra effort.
and it's almost like I just want to keep saying like, y'all lost. Shut up. Go away. You didn't win. If you would have won, sure, keep the pressure on us. But like your team overwhelmingly got voted out. So that means your way of thinking got voted out. Your ideas, your philosophies, everything you think that you hold on to, we aren't buying it. We don't want it. We sold it down the river. We got rid of it. Now shut up and just get in line. Like you expected us to get in line. Shut up and get in line. And if you don't like it, guess what? In 4 years, there's another voting cycle. And if you think you got the balls to pull it off in 2 years, do your 2-year run. But I have a very funny feeling that in the next 16 to 18 months, the country is going to get so good. Money's going to start flowing. My buddy Richard and I, we call him Uncle Richard. He looks like my twin, except he's a lot slimmer than I am. He's in trucking. He has 3 trucks. He lives in Georgia. He used to live here. He raises pigs with me. He is so excited for upcoming policy change and regulation change because the DOT in Georgia and all states have gotten so bad under this Green New Deal push that Kamala and Joe and whatever the guy's name out in California, Newsom, that they were trying to create and push. If Kamala would have won, or if the Democrats would have won, that they were going to try to enforce this across all the states with electric semis and just killing the industry. And him and I were talking yesterday on Thanksgiving. A lot of people don't understand. Energy affects everything. It's E for E. Energy affects everything. Is that 3 E's? Do you spell effect with an E or an A?
Cause and effect. Effect.
With an E.
Yes.
So that's EEE, baby. The triple E. Energy affects everything. Put that on a T-shirt. When we go back to drill, baby, drill, and we go back, and listen, I know the liberals who listen to the show are going to be like, Jonathan, you're mistaken. America produces more oil than everybody. The reason it's so high is because we export it to other countries. Okay, whatever. Maybe we do export some of it, but we don't export all of it, and we have fuel here. And when we don't have fuel, when we have to buy fuel, isn't that asinine? When we're selling fuel to other countries, but we're also buying fuel to replace that fuel.
Are we buying cheaper fuel or better fuel?
No. It's just a stupid. It's a money grab, money swap. So why not
money laundering?
Why not produce enough oil that you can sell your extra and have enough for your people? And then when the fuel prices come down, everything. The price to make a tire comes down. The price to run a semi comes down. The price to run your tractor comes down. The price to run your house. Everything is affected by energy and the cost of energy. So we're going to save money at a national level by probably 20% across the board just when energy comes down. Think about that.
Yeah.
All right, when we get back.
War on beef versus veggies.
Well, first of all, you can't have a good time on Thanksgiving without a climate crisis.
Oh, no.